It's time for a head-to-head sour strip battle. We have Airheads Extremes and Haribo Sour Streamers. Let's do this. Hello everybody and welcome to a BigCTV Taste Test Challenge. This is the show where we do kind of head-to-head or challenge-related food things. Usually they've been like comparisons, not necessarily challenges, but sometimes they are. Anyway, my name is Chris and today we're going to be doing a head-to-head battle between two different popular sour strip candies. We have Airheads Extreme and Haribo Sour Streamers. So, I think I'm going to start with the Airheads. So both of these are very popular brands. I've had them both before. They're both really good. But it's going to be interesting to compare the two. Now, one major difference here is that Haribo has 4 different flavors. This is just one. So the Airheads Extremes are going to be Rainbow Berry. That's the only flavor they've got. And then the Haribo actually come in 4 distinct flavors. So definitely a little bit different approaches to this whole thing. So let me get one of each flavor out with the Haribo. So here are the Airheads. They're colorful, they're rainbow, they come in a nice little plastic thing. The Haribo ones do not. They literally just come in that, so I put them on the Airheads package. So I've got 4 flavors. I believe it's cherry, green apple, blue raspberry, and orange. So, or actually probably strawberry, green apple, blue raspberry, and orange. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the Airheads. Let's try one of these babies out. Let's try it out, bottoms up. So, before I ruin my thoughts on that, I want to tell you the criteria that I'm judging these on. First of all, how sour they are. Second of all, the flavor, is it pleasant? The texture? And overall, is it something I want to go back to? So I will say, the Airheads are not very sour at all. They're pretty sweet, actually. You get a little bit of a tang, but there's not much to it. In terms of the flavor, it's kind of all over the place. Like, there's not like a discerning flavor to it. You kind of chase cherry. I feel that's the most like definable flavor here. But it's kind of a medley of different flavors. The texture's great. It's very easy to chew. And absolutely I want to have these again because they're tasty. They have a good flavor to them. Let me try one more just to see if I can pick out individual flavors. Really, the only discernible flavor there is cherry. But overall, they're pretty solid. So those are going to go against the 4 different Haribo flavors. Now, from what I remember, because it has been a while since I've had these are definitely going to do a little bit better on the sour meter. But let's see how they do on flavor and other elements. So we're going to start with what I believe is strawberry. Let's try this out. Bottoms up. I was incorrect. I checked the back of the package. It's actually cherry. Those are pretty tart. Not like the most sour of sour, but they've definitely got some tartness to them. So that's pretty good. Decent cherry flavor. I actually think I like the cherry flavor better in the Airheads, but the tartness kind of brings it out a little bit more. Texture's fine. The cherry one's good. I don't think it's my favorite of the sour streamers, but again, I have to retry the other ones to make sure. But from what I remember, it was the least remarkable of them. So next we're going to go to the sour green apple. Always a fan of sour green apple. Usually one of my favorite flavors. Let's see if this one does as well. Solid green apple flavor. Reminds me kind of the flavor of like green apple Laffy Taffy, but more tart. Not as sour as the cherry, oddly enough. I think the cherry definitely is a little bit bolder. It's not bad. Definitely like it. Texture's great. I'm just gonna say the texture thing is a wash. I just wanted to have an extra category, but the texture's fine on all of them. Definitely a solid green apple option. All right, next we're gonna go to orange, which is one of my favorite flavors of anything. I love orange. Both Corey and I are huge orange fans. So whenever there's a good orange candy, I'm all about it. Let's try this one. It's got a nice tart orange flavor. It's more sour than the green apple, but again, not as sour as the cherry. Solid. Very, very good. Last but certainly not least, I'm gonna pick probably one of my favorite flavors of anything, blue raspberry. Not just because of the color, because blue raspberry flavored stuff is usually just really good. So, blue raspberry. Oddly enough, I'm kind of disappointed in the blue raspberry. I don't think it's as bold as the other Haribo flavors. It's still pretty good and definitely more sour than most of them, but I don't feel the blue raspberry flavor is as bold. If I had to rank all 5 of the flavors that I tried, I would say last place, despite it being the most sour, was my least favorite, and that will be the Haribo Sour Cherry. It's not bad. I think they went a little bit farther on the sour than they probably should have, and it doesn't taste quite as good as the other options. Next is going to be the Haribo Blue Raspberry, which pains me to say because I really like blue raspberry for the most part, but that one's just kind of disappointing. Next is going to be the Airheads Extremes. Even though the flavor, it's cherry dominant, but you taste some other flavors in there, and I think even though it's not as sour as the other options, it has a decent flavor and a good texture to it. So I think it's a little bit better. Number 2 is going to be sour green apple. It's a solid sour green apple, has good flavor, has a nice tartness to it. And honestly, the best of all of these sour strips has got to be the Haribo Orange. The sour orange, it's tart, it's got a bold orange flavor. It's quite delicious. So, if you're looking for some delicious sour strips to enjoy before or after Halloween, depending on when you're watching this, try them both, see what you think. But the Haribo definitely give you the most variety and some pretty distinct flavors. So if you had to pick between the 2 flavors, I would say unless you really, really like the Airheads Extremes and prefer that flavor overall, I would definitely go with the Haribo because you get 4 very distinct flavors and you also get more per package. This thing's pretty heavy. The strips are a lot thinner for the Haribo. These are thicker, so you definitely get more bang for your buck with the Haribo. So I'd go with the Haribo. So that is going to do it for this BigCTV Taste Test Challenge. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. New videos on this channel go live most days at noon Eastern time. So hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.